Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. I've done it again. Just seen the Wheel Driven intro. Wheel Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons. Go get joined up to Wheel Driven as well, find out what's happening there, and then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey and drop a donation, please. Thanks. Right. We're back tonight, slightly earlier than previously planned. So from now on, it's going to be 8 o'clock starts, I think, for the minis. That's been decided by everyone. So 8 o'clock starts then. We're back tonight for round 4, live from Blue Moon Bay Infield A circuit. Let's just have a look at the scores before we get in here. So Pajonski out front, not by a lot, 122 points in first, then Millerman second with 119 points. A little bit of a gap back then to Rob Scott with 103 in third. We've got Cutler in fourth with 94 points, D-Dot fifth with 90 points, Duds in sixth with 67. We've got Graham Reed's 64 points, Old Crawler in eighth with 58 points, DMK Dominator ninth with 38 points, Begbie in 10th with 36 points. We've got One-Eyed Lou in 11th with 36 points as well, so joint 10th really. Aldo in 12th with 33 points. Tatey with 13th, 7 points. Cas Converter, 4 points on the board, and Conrad Racing, no points as of yet. So, just before we jump in the lobby, still got merch available, people. T-shirt, stickers, if you want any of those, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or on the Facebook page. Message me however you need to do it on here, whatever. Right, let's go and have a look then. See what's happening. Let's hope you're all not having your tea still. So qualifying is sorry, I nearly got it wrong. It's a 50-minute endurance. Let's see who we've got in the room. Cutler, Rob Scott, D-Dot, LWR, Millerman, Old Crawler, Pajonski. We've got Duds, DMK Dominator, and Graham Reeds. D-Dot will be streaming his race live. So if you want to go and watch it from the perspective of D-Dot and all the swearing and all the love he gives out, then go and check out D-Dot on Facebook, D-Dot90. So yeah, so let's get ourselves on. It can be a tricky little circuit, this Blue Moon Bay Infield. Let's turn some usual stuff on early on. Get that done and dusted. So D-Dot. Oh no, he's not, sorry, apologies. It's Rob Scott who's currently got fastest lap. 1:21.1 for Rob Scott. He is back out on track now. There he is. Chocolate Wagon still rolling about. D-Dot 90, second position. Ooh. DMK Dominator just deciding whether to go in the pits or not. So D-Dot's got a 1:21.7. He just goes a bit quicker there, 1:21.2. Let's find a driver. Oh. Okay, lobby settings just being changed a little bit then. Times 7, times 8. Which way are we going? Cutler. So yes, 50-minute endurance, 50 minutes. Alright, let's go for a lap with Mr. Cutler. So that would just be the start-finish straight. Into turn 1, let's get on the outboard camera, it gives you guys a little bit more to see. Down into turn 2, can be a little bit tricky, got to cut it tight, be careful not to pick up a penalty there. Through turn 3 into turn 4, again easy to run it out wide on the exit of this. Cutler almost demonstrates, running a little bit slow through there. Through the little kink left, then down towards the hairpin. Again, good opportunities for an overtake down here if you're within distance. Control it on the way out. Cutler spinning those wheels up. Into this almost hairpin, double apex. Again, you may see 1 or 2 drivers diving for a position through there. Down into this final tight turn, 90 degree almost. Got to be careful on that outside wall. Cutler running it perfectly. And into the big long swooping left back onto this start finish straight, and now Cutler can start his hot laps. Let's change that view up. There you go, that tricky turn 1. Bang up that off camber section as you move from the infield to the outfield section. Let's go and find someone else just about to do that. Here we go, let's get ourselves on with Rob Scott. So off the outfield onto the infield, you can see it turns flat. And then run back on the way out, straight up onto the outfield again. Ka-chung, onto that bank turn. Not too bad in the minis, it is a little bit more difficult seeing the GR3s racing around here. And they do get a little bit squirrely through there. So Pajonski then still first man out on track. They'll run it so close to the wall, you will see drivers in that wall. They'll only be taking the paint off the sides. What have you got then, Pajonski? .20.5 then for Pajonski. DMK Dominator's left the room. Why? Oh, he's got pit glitch. Hopefully he gets back in then. Nobody likes the pit glitch. Millerman sitting in third, then a 121.7. What did Cutler have? 121.1 for Cutler. Rob Scott just sneaking his way into third, 121.3. Pushes Millerman down a position. DMK back in the room. Let's hope he's all right this time. Dud's fifth, 122.0 for him. D-Dot, a couple of slow ones there, 137, 149. Crawler straight back in the pits. Graham Reed's no time on the board as yet. DMK Dominator then back in. Let's hope he can get out of the pits, can he? Yes, looks like he's away. So a pretty quick lap from Pajonski. Midway through the 120s. I'll be putting the willies up the boys. They're all talking about low 121s, which is what Cutler's on. A little bit of front end damage for Cutler as well. He peels his way in the pits then. Rob Scott, has he got any more in the tank? Comes up to the line. Just go a little bit quicker, 121.2. Still holds that third though. Millerman still fourth, Dud's fifth, D-Dot sixth. What have you got this time, D-Dot? Oh, that was an out lap, apologies. Now he's on his hot lap. Old Crawler seventh, then 141.1 was his out lap. DMK Dominator back in the lobby. Graham Reed's Still no time on board. Maybe picking up damage. Not able to get a fast lap in. Again, can be a tricky track if you're not too used to it. You can see drivers running out there. Graham Reed's one of those. Can anyone unseat Podjonsky then? 1:21.3 on that lap. A couple are still holding that second. And again, Rob Scott. Can he go quicker this time? A little bit of wear on those softs. No, so 1:21.4 for that lap. Millerman holding fourth. He's got Cutler right behind him. Got a bit of a slipstream as Cutler. Is that going to benefit him? Let's just see what. Oh, they're both on outlaps maybe. 1:20.5 for Cutler, but it's not counted for some reason. So maybe a penalty on board. Or maybe it was his outlap. Has gained a slight advantage from following Millerman through there. He's managed to get the slingshot past him. There you go, purple sector. Millerman using the drift capabilities of the Mini. Chocolate Monster Rob Scott, 1:21.2 currently. He's out on his own, so gaining no advantage from any kind of tow from drivers in front. There's a big train of drivers snaking around behind him though. Rob Scott coming in the pits, are you? Yes, he is. Podjonsky's also in the pits. D-Dot up into second, a 1:21.0 on that lap prior. Quicker again, a 1:20.387, so he sticks himself on pole position for now. Podjonsky back out on track though. He's now got fresh tyres to try and give it a go. Millerman just has to avoid Podjonsky running through there. Cutler then gets pushed down to third position. Rob Scott fourth, Millerman fifth. Dud's now sixth. DMK Dominator back on track, 1:22.3 for him. Crawler's gone quicker, 1:23.1. Graham Reed's 1:23.6. D-Dot the man to chase down now then. Spinning the tyres up in the exit of these corners isn't going to help them. Again, D-Dot's done his fast lap. He'll probably come in the pits this one, get some fresh boots on, get back out, give it another go. Car will be slightly lighter now. All drivers have used a bit of fuel. Oh no, looks like he's staying out for another one. It's not as quick, a 1:21.8 then. Podjonsky now back out for hot laps. Cutler in the pits this time. Rob Scott on an outlap. Dud's not on an outlap. 1:21.6 he's just put in. Gets himself in front of Millerman now. Dud's fifth. Millerman then pushed down to sixth. DMK Dominator going a little bit quicker again. 1:21.7. What's it going to be this time? Sticks in a 1:22.2 that time. Crawler on that 1:23.3. Graham Reed's just put in a little quicker time, 1:23.2. Unfortunately, that only keeps him in ninth. Unable to move up the field yet. So 10 minutes into quali. 5 minutes left. Cutler also out on a fresh set of tyres, trying to get these times down. Rob Scott as well, quite a fresh set. Dido also comes in the pits this time. He's trying to cement his lead, just try and get back out on track. Keep pumping those laps in. Rob Scott then puts in a 121.1, so he goes a little bit quicker, but unfortunately doesn't move up the field either. Holds fourth. Podjonsky though goes quicker again, a 120.341. 400ths quicker than D-Dot's time. D-Dot then back out on track on those fresh tyres. Outlap this time. Cutler now on his hot lap. All drivers out on track then. Nobody in the pits at the minute. I don't think, unless... Oh, Graham Reeds has gone quicker. 121.5 for him. Up into fifth then for Graham. Dominator also going a little bit quicker. 121.6, so he moves up to sixth position. Duds gets pushed all the way down to seventh. Millerman gets nudged all the way down to eighth. Oh, off track there through turn 4. Old Crawler holds ninth. 123.1 for Old Crawler. So Podjonsky back up front. Another 120 is just bumped in there. 120.378. Has he found his line? Again, but now D-Dot can give it another go. So 12 minutes into qualifying, 3 minutes left. Just get 2 laps in. Cutler then third, back in the pits. No damage, getting rid of the mediums, going to stick a different set of tyres on. Rob Scott then still holds fourth. A little bit down this lap. Graham Reed's fifth then with that 121.5. DMK Dominator just goes quicker again. 121.651. Still sixth though. Millerman can now give it another go. Try and move back up the field. Oh, Crawler up into eighth. Not gone quicker. Does has just chucked himself in the pits. Okay. Podjonsky again then. In the pits this time. Okay, D-Dot. Has he been able to go any quicker this lap? Can he regain that pole position? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Coming up to the line. He does a 120.327. 100th quicker than D-Dot. Quicker than Podjonsky. Laying it all on the line there. Then D-Dot right at the end. About a minute left of qualifying. A little bit longer if Podjonsky can get round in that time. I think he will. Yeah, get round. Might get to see one more lap from Podjonsky. He's got to be absolutely perfect though on this out lap for starters, and then the hot lap as well. D-Dot's still out on track, putting lap times in. What's going on there? Why is it saying it says lap 3 was his fastest? So why did Podjonsky manage to get in front of him if it was still the fastest? Oh, my brain hurts. What have you got this time, D-Dot? Not sure if it's quite as quick. It's another 120.9 this time. So 10 minutes left. 10 seconds left of qualifying. D-Dot goes for another lap. Podjonsky has put in a 119.8 there, but it's not showed up. It was an out lap though. Cutler, what have you got this time? So 15 minutes has ticked over. This will be Cutler's last lap. Unless they've extended it to 20 minutes and not told me, but I don't think they have. Cutler also hits the 120, 120.6 there. Holds himself third so far. D-Dot then still out on track. Podjonski still out on track. Cutler on that third. Then Rob Scott still out on track. Graham Reed still trying to put hot laps in. DMK Dominator in 6th. Middleman 7th. Old Crawler 8th. Duds needs to get himself across the first timing line, otherwise he's going to lose his position. I don't know where you were. So, can D-Dot go any quicker? Not that he needs to, he's on pole. Podjonski. No. So it is D-Dot on pole then. Podjonski second, Cutler third. Rob Scott. Unless Rob Scott can go do a quick lap here. Oh, not quite. Still holds fourth. So D-Dot first, Podjonski second, Cutler third, Rob Scott fourth, Graham Reed's in 5th, DMK Dominator 6th, Old Crawler 7th, Duds in 8th, unless Millerman gets himself back out on track and quickly. So if you don't get yourself past the first time in sector line, you lose any kind of position you do have when the race starts. Unfortunately, it doesn't register your position on track for some reason. Maybe it's worth making a rule. You're not past the timing line yet, Millerman. Get past the timing line, Millerman. That should be a rule before the race starts. Everyone parks past the first timing line. Oh, it has counted him now. He's back up into 7th. Duds 8th. Have we lost a driver? We've lost a driver. Why have we lost Graham Reeds? Okay, we're just holding on for... could have stayed in the room, mate. Just holding on for Graham Reeds. He's had to go and let the dog out. Be right back. What is tyre strategy tonight? Everyone asking in the chat. Is it a free choice? Do you have to use all 3? I forget myself. Free choice of tyre. Millerman not happy about that. Just stick the old super softs on for a million laps. So just waiting for Graham Reeds to get back in the room. Doggo taking priority. Cutler holding that second though. Graham Reeds is back in the room. There we go. Back through the first time in mark as well. No, he's not, but he is still back in 7th. Still need to get across the timing line. I don't know whether it'll still register his time, will it? Did he leave? Oh no, there he is. It does say 4th, he is 5th, but that's just because Cutler's now jiggling grid positions and things like that before the race starts. Cutler then, rocking the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper livery. Big shout out to the guys over at CHewitt Racing. Had a decent day out at Silverstone, didn't you, Freddie? That looked all right. Smash it, kiddo, smash it. Graham's back. Yes, he is. Right, race is about to get underway then, people. A 50-minute enduro here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, Infield A circuit. So it is. Full circuit is just a great big triangle with 3 varied banked corners on it. We do cut off halfway down the first straight and use the infield section. Everyone throwing themselves around then. Not sure if Cutler was aiming for you or trying to get through the gap. If we wait any longer, Mr. Cutler, we may as well have waited till 8:30. Lol. D-Dot then getting that quick 120.327. It's got all sorts of damage on board at the minute, but that'll repair itself when the race starts. Trying to take out his car. Pajonski then second position on that 123.41. Not that far off D-Dot's time. Cutler 2 tenths back. Graham Reeves trying to take drivers out. He catches Millerman, sends him spinning. DMK Dominator, I'm not sure where he's actually gone. Dud's holding that 7th with the Mac Tools livery. Martin Neal, evening brother, how are you, mate? Alright? Started a little bit early tonight. The minis has changed times. It starts at 8 o'clock now, not 8:30. Here we go then. 50-minute enduro here at Blue Moon Bay. Again, can be a tricky little circuit, especially at full race pace. Qualifying's alright when you're out on your own trying to set your laps, but in the heat of battle, it can all change. Let's see how they get on here then. D-Dot holding that pole. Will anybody be able to sneak that off him before turn 1 or in turn 1? It's a wide track, can be difficult to defend here. I should all be carrying a fair amount of speed into that turn 1 though, so the revs are up, they're away. It's not the best of starts for Rob Scott. We've got anyone left on the grid? No, everyone away. Let's go then. D-Dot already under pressure from Pajonski. Pajonski sneaking one up the inside at turn 1. Cutler, wow, almost got himself up the inside of Pajonski. Still kicking off here between these two. D-Dot just carrying a little bit more speed. I don't know whether that's going to benefit him into turn 1. Still side by side with Pajonski. Does now benefit into this next turn. Where's Pajonski going to do? He's going to slot himself in behind into second then. Cutler holds that 3rd. Graham Reed's 4th. Makes up a position. Rob Scott loses one down to 5th. Dud's 6th. Millerman 7th. DMK Dominator in 8th. Old Crawler in 9th. Cutler trying to get up the insides of Pajonski into the hairpin. But Pajonski's going to hold the line into this next turn. He's also looking to sneak one up the inside of D-Dot there then. Oh, that's too far around with the camera. Cutler carrying good speed. Now looking to run around the outside here. Everybody getting through that one cleanly then. D-Dot starting to stretch a little bit of a gap. 0.6, 0.7 of a second from the 2 battling drivers behind. Pajonski and Cutler side by side then. Cutler will have the inside line into this first turn. I've gone 2 different angles. Oh, Podjonski went for the fast line in. He's dipped a wheel on the grass and put himself in the wall. No, Podjonski. Lots and lots of damage on board for Podjonski. Back of the pack as well now, and he'll be a long way back by the time that's repaired. D-Dot then sticking in purple sectors, as everyone will be on lap 2. He's now got Cutler to worry about. Just 0.9 of a second. That does stretch up to a second there. Can D-Dot make a bit of a break? Cutler was 2 tenths behind in qualifying, so if D-Dot can keep putting those hot laps in, he's already pulled 1.5 seconds here from Cutler. Might be smashing his tyres to bits. Cutler and D-Dot both racing on the soft tyres. Graham Reeds is in 3rd position. Millerman 4th. Dominator into 5th. Rob Scott in 6th. Dudds in 7th. Old Crawler 8th. Podjonski still rolling around with that damage, trying to get himself back to the pits. It's a long old race this, so plenty of opportunities to make a comeback here. But yes, to get it wrong into turn 1, that's the worst place you want to do it. It obviously means all the way back round for a full lap before you get yourself repaired. Here is the danger man, D-Dot, 1.7 seconds over Cutler. 1.8, but yeah, as I say, you are blowing your tyres to bits here, D-Dot. There's a great big red line smashed across the top of your tyres. We're only on to lap 3. If we flick back to Cutler, there's a little tiny red line. That's where Cutler seems to gain the advantage. Doesn't always work out for him, you know. Sometimes it just goes wrong, but yeah, very good at strategy is Mr. Cutler. Graham Reed's then holding that 3rd. No been able to close up on him yet. DMK Dominator 4th. Everyone tearing their tyres to bits around that hairpin. Millerman 5th. Rob Scott losing another position here. On the soft tyre as well. Medium tyre on board for Dudds. Old Crawler on the... He's gone for the hard tyre. Going for the full race maybe here. Podjonski repaired now then. Back out on track. 4 minutes into this race. He is a long way back. 53 seconds off of race leader. Oh, far too hot into there as well. Come on, Podjonski, keep it together. So D-Dot still leading. Put a couple of 120s in there, 120.5, 120.8. Cutler's both a 121 and a 121. But looking after his tyres is Cutler compared to D-Dot. So we'll see how early D-Dot has to come in, whether he's managed to get enough time over Cutler to make the different strategy work at this long race. Cutler then 2nd, DMK Dominator up into 3rd. He's got himself past Graham Reeds. A little mistake from Graham maybe. This was a storm in Norman lap by Dominator. Could have been actually. He was battling it out with those drivers behind. Dudds then through to 5th. Rob Scott back past Millerman. Millerman pushed down to 7th. Old Crawler 5.5 back in 8th. Podjonski 40 seconds down in 9th. Lost another second to race leaders, but purple sectors he's sticking in now then, looking for faster laps. Again, just got to be careful of his tyres. D-Dot then stretches his lead up to 3 seconds. Again, just piling all the pressure on those tyres. Cutler's still got plenty of time behind him as well, 3.2 seconds. As I say that, DMK Dominator just takes half a second out of him through there. Again, could just be blowing through tyres a little bit quick. Hards on board for Graham Reeves. He's looking to run long on those, doing well as well, holding 4th. Oh, a little bit tricky out of turn 4. Rob Scott then back up into 5th. Getting past Dudds on the medium tyre. Millerman also out on the medium tyre. Old Crawler's gone for the hards. Podjonski still on the soft tyres. 2nd set though, after the damage he picked up in this very turn here. Just got it a little bit too early. Slid him into the wall, and that was that. Full lap with damage. Everything to fight for. Gains another second back on race leaders. Gets the gap back down to 53 seconds. So D-Dot, great big chunks of red on his tyres, bottom left-hand side of your screen. Versus Cutler's, there's still a little bit of wear on those, but about half as much as D-Dot's. So that will be slowing him down in some of these corners. He's still keeping plenty of time in front of DMK Dominator, though, is Cutler. Dominator just picking himself up half a second penalty there as well. Graham Reed side by side. Graham Reed side by side with all over the place. Nearly catches Duds through there. Duds has got to go all sorts of ways to try and avoid Graham Reed's. Yeah, Rob just carrying a little bit more speed through there than Graham. Unfortunately, they had a little bit of a coming together on the apex. Graham Reed's got nudged over onto the grass. Unfortunately, he's on the hard tyre, so it just didn't have as much grip. I sent him onto the grass, and then yes, as he came back on track with a bit of a wiggle, he almost caught out Duds. Still holding fifth though, Graham. Fair play. A little bit of front end damage on board. I don't think we'll see him repair that until he comes in for tyres. I could be wrong though. He might not be liking these hards. We'll see how. No, he's staying out. So that 3-second lead is starting to fall away for D-Dot with those beaten up tyres. So not all working in his favour at the minute. As I say, Cutler on a lot less worn set. Starting to close the gap back up on him. D-Dot not able to pull away enough then. Still pulling time over third place Dominator though. His tyre's not looking too bad for third. Again on the softs. Rob Scott on the softs as well for fourth. He's now chasing down Dominator. Just 2.4 seconds back. Graham Reed's fifth on those hards. But Duds is coming back at him. Side by side as they run down towards the hairpin. Duds comes through then. Doesn't run it too wide. Graham Reed tries to slot one back up the inside. But Duds is now going to have the advantage into this next turn, which he keeps. Medium versus hard tyre there, that battle, 5th and 6th. Millerman on the mediums, put a fair bit of wear on those as well. So race leader does come into the pits this lap. Old Crawler then holding 8th for 9.7 seconds down from Millerman. Johnski closing the gap up on him, also taking another 2 seconds out of the race leader. And that might be because of it's now Cutler, not D-Dot. So D-Dot then, where's he going to come out on track? D-Dot back out in 7th then, fresh set. Right, he's gone for the mediums this time, obviously seeing how little time he can get on the softs. I decided to go for that set of mediums. Cutler in the meantime has got the whole track to himself. Graham Reed has left the room. I don't know why. 5.3 seconds Cutler's got over Dominator. Both of these drivers' tyres not looking too bad. Cutler's looking a little bit better. There is Dominator just coming around that hairpin. Scott then 3rd with D-Dot into the pits. Millerman 4th. D-Dot already up to 5th position from 7th. Did Duds come in? Oh, Duds has got damage. Old Crawler closing up on him. Dominator in the pits this lap as well. I think D-Dot's going to take that position. Now on the medium tyre, see how many laps he can get out of those. See how many laps Cutler can get out of a set of softs as well. 12 minutes in, nearly 13. Eight-second lead now, Cutler over Rob Scott, also not pit yet. Was DMK dominated behind Cutler, but he's come in the pit, so it is Rob Scott now the chasing driver. 8.1 seconds back. Again, still Cutler's tyres looking a lot better than everyone else's. Millerman holding third, again not stopped. D-Dot with his stop on the mediums in fourth, only 2.3 back from Millerman. So we'll take that position as soon as Millerman comes in the pits. He's only 11 seconds down from Rob Scott as well, so if Rob comes in the pits he'll grab that position. I don't think he'll get Cutler if Cutler comes in. Still pulling a little bit of time. 8.3 seconds now over Rob Scott. D-Dot up into that third position, 11.8 back from Rob Scott. 12 seconds now. Pushing on those mediums. DMK Dominator back out on track in fourth. He's now got a fresh set of mediums on. Old Crawler fifth. He's still running those hards. Slides it through turn one. Millerman now back out on track. Fresh set of softs on board for him. Sixth position. Pajonsky seventh, but his softs got a big chunk of wear on. But he is still closing up on race leader. 49.4 seconds back. Dud's then back out on track. Eighth. Set of racing softs. Unfortunately, we've lost Graham Reeds already from this one. Cutler taking another half-second lead, 8.9 seconds then over Rob. D-Dot is slowly taking chunks out. DMK Dominator then, fourth position so far. 15 minutes in, still plenty could happen here. We've already seen championship contender, championship leader Pajonsky stick it in the wall. Lap 2, turn 1. This one here. Now fighting for, well, not fighting for 7th, but in 7th. Fighting for anything back in this race after a terrible start. Cutler then still stretching 9 seconds over Rob. His tyres looking a little bit worse for wear as well. Interesting to see when he comes in. What strategies people have got. D-Dot still holding that third. Closing down on Rob Scott. Are we going to see him come in the pits? Is he losing too much time to D-Dot behind? He stays out this time, as does Cutler. Only just see Rob Scott down there as he turns in to turn 1. D-Dot just keeps the gap at 9.1 seconds between himself, loses a 10th actually through there. And gains 3/10 on the exit. He's tearing chunks out of Rob Scott's time at the minute. Oh, almost. Has that cost him? Yes, so he had got it down to just over 8 seconds, and that little mistake's put it back up to 9. Driving it hard is D-Dot. Again, dragging that time down as quick as he can. Cutler then staying out. Dud's ghosting. Why is Dud's ghosting? There goes race leader then 10.2 seconds up. Second place now peels in the pits. His tyres screaming at him, please stop. D. Dot follows him in. So DMK Dominator, is he going to come through to take second? He's got a pretty fresh set of mediums on. Are we going to see Rob Scott and D. Dot come out on a set of softs? Well, let's wait and see. Millerman then 5th. Old Crawler right on his tail for 6th now. Just 0.6 of a second between them. Let's see what happens down here into turn 1. D-Dot back out on track into 4th. Millerman right up his chuff though for 5th. Crawler still trying to hunt them down. 1.2 seconds between them now. What tyres did D-Dot come out on? Let's just jump on board with him, see what he's got. Oh, he's gone for another fresh set of mediums. Oh, he's gone wide through turn 4 again. Rob Scott's already out on track as well. So, Cutler still not stopped. Disgusting amount of lead. 32.4 seconds at the minute over Dominator. Dominator's got Rob Scott for company though, just 1.4 seconds back on the fresh set of softs. D-Dot now 8.6 seconds back on his set of softs. Millerman a bit aware on his softs. I don't think he'll be able to keep up with D-Dot. They've also pulled a bit more time over Old Crawler. There is Pajonski just in the background. It's 2.7 seconds back from Old Crawler. He's got a couple of drivers just in front of him to hunt down as well. Is that Millerman that just got himself... What's it? Oh. I thought you'd swap positions, but you hadn't. Just when you crossed the timing line, the positions flick. Pajonski then 48, nearly 49 seconds back from race leader. 2.2 back off of Old Crawler. He's got nothing to worry about from Duds. Duds is a minute back at the minute. Again, Pajonski's tyres looking a little bit beaten up, so he'll be in pretty soon, I'd have thought. Cutler then, race leader, does come in the pits. He is human. So Dominator holding second, but for how long? Rob Scott pushing him around this final turn. Carrying a little bit more speed. What are we going to see from Dominator? Is he going to come in the pits? Is he going to just slot himself behind Rob? Neither. They're going to run side by side down towards turn 1. There's Duds just in front as well. Nobody to worry about from behind for these two. Dominator just backs off then. Rob Scott goes through. He takes second. Now 7.9 seconds back from Cutler. Oh, Dominator's got it wrong through there as well. Runs himself off track. Now puts him a little bit further back from Rob Scott. Goes off track there as well. D-Dot then 4th. He's now pulled a bit more time over Millerman. Millerman at 4.6 seconds down. Pajonski back up into 6th. He's now 3.4 seconds down from Millerman as well, and closing fast, even on beaten up set of softs. He's got himself past Old Crawler then, only by a second. Get ourselves on board with Pajonsk. There is Millerman. We might see Pajonski come in the pits this lap though with that set of tyres. He might brave it out. He's still catching these drivers in front. The last few laps have been 122s though. It does look like he's going to stay out. It does. Moves himself back up the field into 4th for now, unless Dominator gets back out the pits before him. So then back into fourth then for Bajonski. It's that very turn there that kicked him. I think it was probably the change in circuit that pitched his nose into the wall. Duds then still ghosting out. Not sure what's happening with Duds. Cutler then 9.4 seconds up the road. Fresh-ish set of softs on. 2 laps old. Rob Scott. He's got a reasonably fresh set of softs on as well. A little bit more wear on those. A couple laps older than Cutler's 2. Holding second. D-Dot third. 8.9 seconds back. Apologies. 9 seconds back in third. Got a decent bit of wear. Decent bit of tread left on those mediums as well. Bajonski's softs absolutely begging him. Please, please give me new rubber. Still putting in mid-22s. He's happily staying out. 10.4 back from D-Dot. Old Crawler then 4.9 back on those hards. DMK Dominator 12.8 back in 6th. Fresh set of hards he's got on now. Millerman 7th. Just on an outlap. 7.5 seconds back from Dominator. Yes, and Duds still ghosting out. So yeah, not sure what's happening with Duds. Lost Graham Reeds as well. Cutler just putting in fastest lap of the race. 1:20.5. Probably still come down again as they get to the end of the race. A lot less fuel in the cars. Stick a fresh set of tyres on. They'll obviously go quicker. Rob then at 10.3 seconds back. Have we got any battles kicking off anywhere? D-Dot in third. Bajonski fourth. Is he trying to make the whole front right red before he stops? Stops out again then Bajonski. I could be right. DMK Dominator then holding 5th as we come up to the halfway point in this race. All the drivers spread out. Old Crawler in 6th. Millerman looking to close up for 7th. Oh, he's carrying a lot more speed. What's happened? Old Crawler's got it wrong. Oh, I didn't see the damage. He's got damage. That's going to put him into the pits. Duds still stays 8th, even with Old Crawler coming in the pits because he's a lap or 2 down, I think. Cutler then still 10.5 seconds out from Rob. Losing a bit of time to D-Dot as well. He's got that gap back down to 8.6. Bajonski's really struggling now. 1:22.9, 1:23.1 for his last 2 laps. Again, picking up damage early on in race lap 2. I was going to say race 1, but we've only had 1 race. Now he comes in. So how much time has he got? Not long between himself and Dominator. Dominator out on the hards though. Interesting to see what Bajonski comes out on. He's not even at his pit box yet. Can't be that far away. It's not that long. Dominator goes through to take that 4th then. Bajonski in his pit box now. No fuel needed. What are you coming out on? Fresh set of softs again. Gets himself just back out on track in front of Millerman. Holds on to that 5th just with those fresh tyres. He's having to battle to hold on to it though as they head into turn 2. Oh, Millerman, where you going? Oh, he's Drifted in far too deep through there, unfortunately. Drops him off the back of Bajonski. Cutler still putting a little bit of time in over Rob Scott. Another few tenths. D-Dot unable to do anything really. Still 9 seconds back from Rob Scott. Dominator now 30 seconds down in fourth. On those hard tyres, 7.3 seconds back for Bajonski. So we'll see if he can put that next set of softs to good use. Millerman 6th, Old Crawler 7th. Duds still ghosting out for 8th. That's going to be his final position, I would have thought. Let's get ourselves on board for a lap with Mr. Cutler. See what he's doing, what, where and when. Okay, so Cutler seems to favour coming down low early on to not get that big kink like that on the way into turn one, which is obviously going to unsettle your car. So he drops it in low. You see a lot of drivers staying up high and try and carry the speed into that first turn, but yeah, with that undulation, the change in circuit, well, you saw what it did to Bajonski early on. Just unsettle the car enough to, doesn't even have to put you in the wall, it can just slow you down, you know. Cutler opting for the slightly safer option, whether it's quicker or not, I don't know. I suppose if you're not sticking it in the wall, it's bound to be quicker. Tidy lap there for Cutler then. What's he going to put in? Won't be an untidy lap, it'll be a decent time. There you go, look, see, already gets down low to the bottom half of the circuit. A lot of drivers hanging up onto that right hand side. Just makes that transition as nice and smooth as possible. Go and see another driver into that. There you go, look, D-Dot up high. Gets a little bit unsettled on the way in. Slightly unsettled on the way out. Clips the wall a tiny bit. Let's see DMK Dominator's line through this. He likes to hang it out high as well. Oh no, he comes in a little bit. Not quite as high as some of the other drivers, but nowhere near as low as Cutler. Bajonski, well, he comes in hot and fast on that fresh set of softs. Millerman also taking a sort of midway through line. Old Crawler's miles away, we can't get back to that. Have we lost Duds as well? Yeah, Duds has left the room now as well. You should have just continued ghosting out, Goods, or park yourself in the pits, mate. There you go. No unsettling for Cutler's car. Nice and tidy through there. Everyone getting a bit of a kick on the way out, but what's happened to these races? These lobbies used to be full. No, oh, let's just get ourselves back on board with Cutler. He was drifting through there, but managed to control it. There's no dirty racing in these lobbies. I've not seen anyone smashing into each other. Obviously, you're bound to get incidents. Down to 7 drivers tonight. D-Dot does get that time down a little bit, so it takes it down to 8 seconds between himself and Rob. tearing a set of softs to bits. D-Dot's mediums not looking too great either. Dominator in 4th then on the hards, now under pressure from Podjonski in 5th. Oh, Dominator running a little bit wide through there, dips a wheel on the grass as well. Podjonski just uses those soft tyres. Thank you very much, Dominator. It takes a far too tight line through there as well. Almost clips the arm cobe, gets himself back on track. Now almost a second down from Podjonski. So D-Dot now in the pits. Can Podjonski get D-Dot back in his sights? 17.5 minutes remaining. Is Podjonski going to try and run these tyres to the end? And what's D-Dot going to do this time? Is he going to have another set of mediums? Is he going to go for a set of softs and try and last them to the end? Don't know whether you needed fuel, my friend, but he's gone for another set of mediums. Okay. There is Podjonski, so he didn't manage to get past him, but he has closed that gap down. Oh, great big chunk of unsettlement there for Podjonski. He's now 5.3 seconds back, so a semi-warm set of softs versus a fresh set of mediums. And a back marker to deal with. Oh, Old Crawler, good bit of driving, my friend. Just allowing D-Dot to come through there, just leaving the door wide open for him. There is Podjonski just coming through that turn in the background. DMK Dominator right behind him. It was right behind him. I think he was a little bit slow through there. Yes, on the hard tyre is Dominator. There's Millerman, 13.4 seconds back in 6th. Old Crawler now at the back of the pack. Yeah, lost 2 drivers tonight, unfortunately. Drivers only get to see each other once in a while now. Right, let's change that camera view up. Cutler then, 12.5 second lead. Rob Scott's tyres screaming at him. Cutler's in a lot better condition again. Still holding fastest lap, Cutler as well. They might start coming down now though, as cars are emptying of fuel. D-Dot then on those fresh mediums. Just put a bit of time back over Podjonski. 6.3 seconds the gap. Podjonski still got Old Crawler just in front of him. Make short work of Old Crawler. Rob Scott in the pits this lap. D-Dot maybe a little bit too far back to make that position swap. Podjonski then gets himself past Old Crawler before the final turn. Now he gets to fire himself down this start-finish straight. Rob Scott comes back out on track. There is D-Dot in the background. Rob Scott follows him as well. Sorry, Podjonski. There's Old Crawler trying to come back up the inside here of Podjonski. A little bit too far back though. So Dominator on those hards, holding 5th. 3.7 back from Podjonski. Just losing a bit more time. Still under no direct threat from Millerman. 16.2 seconds back at the minute. And Old Crawler, we've just seen Podjonski get past. Race leader Cutler in the pits now. Rob Scott's just been in. 37 seconds down though. So I'd expect Cutler to come out with probably about a 15-second lead. Knowing his strategy and the way he plays it. Straight out now then. Where is Rob Scott? Just coming around onto this straight. gap going to be now? There you go, drops to 15 seconds. No, it's coming down. 12.5. Keeps him in check then, Rob. But 13 minutes remaining. Less and less laps to try and do anything about it. Rob Scott's still sticking in purple sectors though. D-Dot in third, still 8 seconds down on those mediums. Pajonski, his soft starting to show a lot more wear. He's losing more time to D-Dot as well, but it's just after points tonight is Pajonski. He's already leading the championship. Only by about 3 points, but yeah. Crash in turn 1, lap 2. Put him all the way down at the back of the pack. About a minute down from the race leader. And at the minute, he is only 28 seconds. He might stop again, I don't know. He might try and blast those tyres to the end. Dominator then holding 5th. Pulling more time over Millerman. Hurting his tyres through there. Old Crawler then just been in. Fresh set of softs on board for him. There is your race leader. Still 12.5 seconds over Rob. Goes a tiny bit wide through there as well. Rob keeps 2 wheels on the curbing so doesn't lose too much speed. There comes D-Dots. Better line through there. He will take a couple of tenths out of Rob Scott for that. He does 7.6 seconds to gap down to. Whether it stays like that. Still pulling time over 4th place Pajonski. 11 minutes remaining. Is he going to run those softs to the end? He's got Dominator just lurking in the background on the hards. Dominator could get that position back. And it might take Pajonski a few laps to get back up to the back end of Dominator to gain that 4th position back. So he might stick out on those worn out softs for the rest of the race. Millerman just under a bit of pressure from race leader Cutler behind him. Stays out wide. Tries to stay out of the way. Has to avoid running onto the grass. Dominator's come in the pits now, so it could give Pajonski the breathing room he needs to come in the pits if he wants to. Would leave him out of any kind of chance of closing up on D-Dot. But again, it could just be a recovery mission here for Pajonski. Just try and claim as many points back as possible. Out on a set of softs as well for the final stint is Dominator. Plenty of time over Millerman. Millerman just come in the pits as well. Crawler, unfortunately, he's picked up damage in this one, so he's already a lap down from Millerman and the boys. So, Cutler's gap come down, 11.9 seconds. Maybe just having to get past 1 or 2 drivers. Rob Scott will see that. Maybe he'll think Cutler's starting to struggle. His tyres are in good condition though, I don't think he's made a mistake. Scott is taking a couple of tenths still out of him. But just less than 9 minutes remaining. D-Dot still third. Pajonski 8.7 back now. Yes, now definitely got the breathing room if he wants to come in the pits. Stick himself on a fresh set, just keep himself out of any kind of trouble. Not that he's got any at the minute. 30 seconds behind to Dominator. And he's only looking to catch D-Dot, which he won't do on these worn softs. say that. D-Dot has some kind of incident or accident. His medium starting to show a bit of wear now as well. Picking up penalties, a full second there for D-Dot to try and lose. That is going to play into Bajonski's hand. Where are you going to lose that, D-Dot? Here comes Bajonski then. Will he be able to see the big red marker above D-Dot's car? No, he's too far in front at the minute. D-Dot, though, he almost loses that penalty coming into turn one. Not lost too much time either at the minute. Let's just see what it barrels down to by the time Bajonski comes around turn one. 8.1 seconds then, so he's not gained hardly any time for Bajonski. Dominator just coming through to have a sneaky, I'm going to take that fastest lap of the race lap. A 1:20.3 there for him. He has been rolling around on a medium and a hard set, have you, Dominator? Sort of set soft at the end. Still got half a tank of fuel on board as well. If we have a look at Cutler, Cutler's down to a quarter of a tank. Oh, what's happening with Millerman in the background? Maybe just having a little bit of a mess about. Still at 12.5 seconds for Cutler. Rob Scott has kept him in check, but though, well, like I say, 12 seconds down. It's a long way back, really. He's not let Cutler make any more moves from him. D-Dot still 9.5 seconds back. Bajonski still 8.3 seconds back. Dominator 27.6 seconds back. He's sticking in some fat slaps now. He's got those fresh softs on. 2 20.3s he's just put in. Millerman 6th. 30 seconds down off Dominator, and Old Crawler already a lap down. Cutler then putting in purples. So you're going to now retake the fastest lap. What's it going to be, Cutler? It looks pretty quick. It is a 1:20.172. This is it. Battle for fastest lap of the race here. What's Rob Scott got? A little bit far back this time, I think. 1:22.1, unfortunately. Losing a bit more time to Cutler. That gap up to 14.5 seconds. Here comes D-Dot. 10 seconds down in third. Again, another 2 seconds down on that lap. Bajonski. 1:22.3 for him. Still hunting down D-Dot, but still a good 8 seconds between those two. Tyres bleeding again for Bajonski. He's going to run those to the end now. 4.5 minutes remaining. Dominator in 5th. You're going to retake that fastest. Are you going to retake that fastest? Are you going to retake that fastest? Nope. It's 1:21.0. Millerman on the mediums. 32 seconds back. Old Crawler in the pits. He now wants to have a go at fastest lap, maybe. Quarter of a tank on board. Oh, have you not put tyres on there, Old Crawler? Did you pick up damage? Is that why you've been in the pits? Not sure. So just 4 minutes remaining. It's looking good for Cutler to take the win here. Seconds out front from Rob Scott now. Another 11 seconds over D-Dot. Everyone just stretching out over each other. Another 8.7 between third and fourth. Oh, Dominator now picking up damage early. Oh no, he's quite near the end of the lap as well. He's still got a bit of a gap between himself and Millerman. Is it going to be enough to keep him in that fifth position though? Dominator coming around this final turn then. He'll have to chuck himself in the pits. Is that going to be enough time for Millerman to come through? He's a long way back at the minute. Through that final turn then. Would have thought Dominator's going to stick a fresh set of tyres on as well when he comes in. There goes Millerman then. Tyres on, damage getting repaired. A little bit of fuel on board. You don't need fuel. Back out on track. Where is Millerman through turn 1? Where's Dominator now? 4 seconds down as he's got Rob Scott just closing up on him as well. Oh, Rob Scott, where are you going? Almost put it in the barrier, I think, Rob. Just a very, very wide line. Yeah, just pulling more time. Cutler 17.3 seconds up front. Less than 2 minutes remaining. No gaps closing up yet. Dominator lost that position right at the end there to Millerman. 1 minute 30 left on the clock, and you are 3 seconds down from Millerman. What can you do here? What can you do? Can you do it? Can you get those 3 seconds back? 2.7 seconds back? 2.6 seconds back? Got a lap to try and gain that position. There is Millerman just in front. Gap still coming down. 2.4 then. Dominator wants that 5th position back before the end of the race. Oh, he's gone a bit tight through there. That's thrown it all away for him. He's now onto the grass. Rob Scott having to take avoiding action. And yeah, just lost about 2-3 seconds or so to Millerman there. So just 30 seconds left on the race clock. Cutler had a decent race. He's been helped a little bit with Pajonski getting it very wrong in turn 1. So out of any kind of battle between Cutler and Pajonski. Cutler then onto this start-finish straight. This should be last lap. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Cutler's going to come home to take the win here then tonight. Rob Scott is going to come home for 2nd. We have got a driver just in front. There is Millerman giving it wiggle across the line. Unfortunately, Millerman, we don't see you. We're seeing Rob Scott come home to take 2nd. Dominator crosses the line for 6th position. Millerman takes 5th. D-Dot comes home for 3rd. Led the race for the first stint, but wasn't able to use the softs to his advantage. And Pajonski then, from a big mistake early on, all the way back up into 4th position tonight. Sideways from long way back for 4th, then Millerman 5th, Dominator in 6th, and Old Crawler, last guy to cross the line, is going to take 7th. And unfortunately, yes, we lost Duds and Graham Reeds early on in this. Not sure what happened, but down to 7 drivers by the end of it. Here comes Old Crawler then. Seventh position. Yeah, it can be difficult, the long endurance races with not many drivers. Everybody stretches out, nobody's racing anybody. It's all about looking at those times. Cutler, though, taking that win. That'll benefit him in the championship. Again, Bajonski was just happy to gain any kind of points back from that one. Left the room and then rejoined the room. No problem, D-Dot. No problem, Mr. Rob Scott. Oh, Millerman's on pad. Okay, well, that's what he's telling me anyway. So, yeah, decent bit of racing there. Round 4 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Back to sprint races next week, I believe. Did I see that right? Or was I just making that up? Have I still got the page open? Probably not. Nope. Why have I got maps open? Donut. Who knows? So that's pretty much going to be it from me. No GR3s this Wednesday, so nothing on Wednesday, nothing Thursday. The P1 boys next league on Thursday starts on the 28th of October. So keep yourself, keep your ears peeled. Is that right? Eyes peeled. Yeah, keep your ears peeled for that one on the 28th. Back on Friday night for the GTTCC as well, rounds 13 and 14. I forget where we're from. And then back same time, same place next week. 8 o'clock now for the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. I need to keep reminding myself and other people, otherwise I'll be late. So that's pretty much going to be it from me. If you want to help my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker. If you don't want to do that because you actually want something for your money for pretty much the same price, you can get yourself a little set of stickers. Look at them, look. £3 a pair, free postage, and then if you fancy a t-shirt, they're £22 plus free postage and one free sticker. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com or via the Facebook page or on here, however you want to do it. Throw stones at my window, but don't smash them, and not late at night. All right? However you need to do it. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.